All right, today we are diving into a huge topic, maybe the biggest enemy of getting things done, procrastination. And we're going to tackle it using the brilliant ideas from a classic book called Eat That Frog.
So let's just jump straight into it. Think for a second. Right now, what is that one thing you've been putting off all day? You know the one. We all have it. Got it in your head? Good. Hold on to that thought, because it's going to be really important. Okay, so that task you're picturing right now, that, my friend, is what we're going to call your frog. It's a funny term, I know, but it's just a metaphor for that single most important thing you could be doing, the one that would have the biggest, most positive impact on your life.
And here's the key thing to understand. Your frog isn't just some random hard task. No, it's the one with the biggest potential payoff. And of course, because it's so big and important, it's also the thing we're most likely to avoid, right? It's the task that suddenly makes checking your email for the 10th time seem like a great idea. Now, where does all this frog business come from? It's all based on Brian Tracy's super popular book. It's a classic for a reason, and it's all about one simple thing: building a powerful system to finally get the important stuff done. Okay, so we've figured out what our frog is. Now what? What do we actually do about it? Well, the core idea here is shockingly simple. But don't let that simplicity fool you. It is incredibly powerful. And this is it. This is the one-sentence philosophy that the whole thing is built on. Brian Tracy says, if you have to eat 2 frogs, you eat the ugliest one first. It's a weird quote, for sure, but it really sticks with you, and it's a powerful rule for productivity. So practically speaking, what does eating the ugliest frog first even mean? It's simple. You start your day with your biggest, hardest, most important task first thing, before anything else. No checking social media, no answering a few quick emails. You go straight for the main event. But hold on, just running headfirst at your biggest task without any prep? That's not going to work most of the time. To actually succeed at this, you've got to prepare. You need to get your mind and your workspace ready for battle. And that preparation really boils down to 3 main steps. First, you set the table. That just means getting totally 100% clear on what your goals are. Second, you plan ahead. Decide what you're doing the night before so you don't waste time in the morning. And third, get your environment ready. You know, a clean desk really does lead to a clearer mind. It makes a huge difference. All right, so you're prepped and ready. But wait, what if you have like 5 or 10 really important things to do? How do you pick which one is the actual frog? The next piece of the puzzle is all about getting ruthless with your priorities. A great way to start is with the 80-20 rule. You might have heard of it as the Pareto principle. It basically says that 20% of what you do gives you 80% of your results. This explains that feeling of being busy all day but not really accomplishing anything, right? Your frog, your most important task, is always in that critical 20%. The real challenge is fighting the temptation to work on the easy 80% first. Now, if you want to get even more specific, there's the ABCDE method. It's a great way to sort your to-do list. A tasks are your frogs, the must-dos. B tasks are things you should do. C tasks are just nice to do, no biggie if they don't get done. And then D is for delegate, and E is for eliminate. The number 1 rule here: never, ever work on a B task if you still have an A task waiting for you. And finally, there's this really simple but super effective idea called the Law of 3. Just look at your whole list of things to do and ask yourself this one question. If I could only get 3 things done today, what would make the biggest difference? Those 3 things? They're your A-list. They're your frogs. Focusing on just those 3 can often be responsible for almost all of your major wins.
Okay, you've prepared your mind, you've figured out exactly which frog to eat. Now for the main event. It's time to actually do it. So let's talk about the techniques that will help you get the job done.
Look, a giant, complicated task, a really ugly frog, can feel totally overwhelming. The secret is to stop thinking about it as one giant thing. You have to break it down. You slice and dice it into smaller, more manageable chunks.
And once you've got those smaller pieces, you only have to worry about one thing, the very first step. Just take one bite. That's it. When you start with just one tiny piece, You start to build momentum, and suddenly the whole big project doesn't feel so impossible anymore.
Now, to make sure you can actually focus, you have to be a guardian of your own time. This means blocking out big chunks of time in your calendar specifically for this deep work. Schedule your frog-eating time and then treat that appointment like it's the most important meeting of your entire day, because it is.
And this last one, this is maybe the most important rule of all, especially today. When it's time to work on your frog, that is the only thing you are working on. Seriously, close all the other tabs, put your phone in another room. You work on that one task and only that task until it is 100% done. No distractions.
You know, this whole thing might just sound like a simple little productivity hack, but trust me, when you build the habit of eating your frog first thing every single day, it creates this incredible ripple effect that changes everything. And the rewards? They're huge. You'll finally start to beat procrastination. You'll get this rush of high performance that powers you through the rest of the day. You'll have more clarity, more motivation. You'll just get so much more done. It's not an exaggeration to say that this one habit can improve the entire quality of your life, all because you're starting your day by focusing on what actually matters.